Let's be real. You can journal, manifest, and grind all you want. But if the woman in your mind still sees herself as average, as not quite there yet, as unworthy, that is what reality will mirror back to you, babe. The moment you upgrade your self image, everything changes. Your confidence skyrockets. Opportunities start chasing you. People treat you differently because you treat yourself differently. You don't get what you want, you get who you are. And if your self image keeps whispering, I'm not ready, that's what your reality is going to be reflecting back to you. Have you ever noticed how two people can get the same opportunity and one person seizes it while the other completely talks themselves out of it? That is not luck. That is identity. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to reprogram your self-image so that you can stop playing small and start embodying that woman that moves with certainty, with self-confidence and worthiness, and gets the life that she desires. I will be walking you through 8 key elements that will give you everything you need to understand, master, and alter your self-concept so that you can finally align your inner identity with the life that you are meant to live. Because once you change your inner picture, you don't have to chase anymore. You attract. Now let's get into it. Element number 1, what the self-concept really is and why it runs the show. Your self-image is the mental picture that you have of yourself inside of your mind. It's not about how you look, it's about how you see yourself on a subconscious level. The kind of woman you think you are, what you believe you deserve, and what exactly feels normal to you. It's a silent blueprint that's handing out direction for every decision, boundary, and reaction that you hold. It decides how you speak to yourself, how you show up, and what you allow in. In psychology, your self-image is like your mental thermostat. It's what you are internally set at. It's your brain's autopilot. No matter how high you'll aim, you will always gravitate towards what's familiar, towards who you are telling yourself you are. Because at the end of the day, that's what your subconscious mind's main priority is to show you what feels familiar, to show you what you believe. Now, you can upgrade your goals all day long, but until you upgrade the woman who you are behind them, they will just always seem out of reach. This is why your self-image is so important. When you update your self-concept, it makes it so much easier to make the aligned choices to who you want to be, instead of having your subconscious mind be your own personal security system, keeping you out of your desires. What's one belief that you are ready to outgrow? This can be key when upgrading into a new self-image. Element number 2, you will never outperform an old identity. As we went over in the previous section, your self-concept, the subconscious mind, is controlling everything. And you will never be able to out-hustle a belief system because your brain is always looking for evidence to prove you right. So those little comments that you make to yourself, about your life, about other people, they are continuously playing out in your reality. You'll only ever act in a way that feels congruent to you because that's what feels familiar and that's what your brain is going to gravitate towards. And that's why every time you meet a new level, that imposter syndrome creeps in because your self concept has not matched this new arena that you are stepping into. It feels out of reach. It feels like you can't hold it because your brain thinks that you are in danger. Your mind is going to always be craving certainty over success, over expansion, because again, it is just trying to keep you safe, babe. Who here has ever hit a goal and then they just felt like they weren't ready for it? Or they had good news or an opportunity, and then these thoughts of doubt just started creeping into their mind, and a wonderful opportunity turned into an anxious spiral. This is your brain's protection mechanism, and it's not your fault. You just need to normalize this new level that you're at as soon as possible so that your mind accepts it as who you are being now. Element number 3, your brain chooses comfort over change. Truth of the matter, your subconscious mind doesn't care if your normal is chaos or peace. It is always going to calibrate you to what feels most natural to you. It just wants to give you what is predictable. It will protect you with what is familiar, even if it feels small, even if you know in your heart that you desire more. It will try to keep you at that level. And that's why all transformation feels uncomfortable at first, because it is not matching up to who you originally think you are. You are literally teaching your nervous system that this new level is safe. You know that saying that your comfort zone is not comfortable, it's just familiar. Who here can feel the growing pains of when you've been stuck in one position for way too long, whether that was in a position at work, whether if you've held onto a relationship for too long, having this internal turmoil where you know what you are experiencing now is not good, that you've outgrown it, but there's something about it that keeps you coming back. And that is your subconscious mind, again, trying to keep you safe. Element number 4, identity before behavior. When you identify as a woman that just always figures it out, discipline doesn't feel like a to-do. It just becomes a part of who you are. Who here can relate if they've ever been on their fitness journey where they had an extended period of time where they were maybe not going to the gym, and they tried going to the gym and it was just so difficult. Just even getting there felt terrible. Then you started a routine, you started going weekly. Now you have to go. And literally something that used to feel so terrible to you to even muster up the courage to go feels like a natural part of who you are. It's because you shifted your identity from someone who was unfit to fit. If you kept the mindset of being someone who was unfit, you would not be able to go to the gym and keep that discipline. You shifted the way you saw yourself. You changed your self-concept to be someone who is fit. So it became natural for you to go to the gym. You started looking forward to going to the gym, and it became so much easier than in the beginning. Your actions always rise to the story that you are telling yourself. And that is why identity work is more powerful than motivation. Because when your identity shifts, consistency becomes effortless. What's a new aspect of your identity that you are ready to start embodying today? Who are you willing to say goodbye to, and what identity are you stepping into? Drop a comment down below and I would love to check it out. Element number 4, behavior follows belief. Every habit, pattern, and reaction is your self-image trying to stay consistent. If you think of your life like a movie, you are the director, you are the lead actor, you are the set, you are even all the extras. Every bit of narration, everything that you are saying in your head about yourself, about your life, about the people around you are going to be playing out in real time. This is due to your reticular activating system, and it is constantly showing you what you feel, what you think, what you believe. And your self-concept is at the very core of this. And if at your core you believe that opportunities are everywhere, that the world is good, that you are abundant, that you are expansive, then that's what it's going to be showing. However, if you are also in a downward spiral, if you are thinking negatively, if you are thinking bad of people, or you're thinking bad of yourself, then your life is going to be bringing people, situations, and circumstances that are going to be reflecting these beliefs back to you. You need to get so clear on the narration that you have created for your life. But the beautiful thing about this is that you can always change this narration. You have the power to change what you say about yourself and your life and every single person around you. It can be as simple as adjusting the words I am trying to I am to get you that motivation and that energy to finish any single task. Your brain is always serving you exactly what you are telling it. So tell it the right story. Element number 6, your current results reflect your current self-image. And ouch, this one can hurt for those people that are not ready to look at those subconscious beliefs. Trust me, I've been there. The results that you're living now is evidence of the self-concept that you have been embodying, meaning your life is showing you exactly what you think about yourself, exactly what you deserve, and exactly what you think you're capable of handling in your reality. If you see yourself as someone that's always behind, that never has enough time, then your reality is going to show you that. It's going to create circumstances to prove that to you. Who here can relate when, especially on their dating journey, that they've gone through a dating period where they felt like every single person that they met was bad, that they kept on meeting the same person over and over again, that just they weren't getting their needs met. Then they decided to take a break from dating, work on themselves, and they discovered that they actually had a lot of negative stories about men, about dating, about what they can expect from the world, how they actually feel about themselves. I know that this was especially true for me. I used to have a very negative story about dating, a very negative story about men, and anger towards men, actually. And it was so reflecting in my dating journey that I used to go through periods with years without dating. However, when I decided to take back the narrative of my own dating story, it's literally like a sea of nice, good guys opened up for me. And I was treated the best that I ever had. I had guys that were being so loving, so generous, so masculine. And it all started with me changing my story and my self image as being the kind of girl that can attract a good guy, that men are out there that are still kind and still good. And then that's what I was able to actually experience. Because truth be told, when you start embodying the woman that already has it, no matter what it is, your reality is going to start reflecting that evidence back to you in other people, in content online, and in opportunities. But again, it all starts with you. And if you are someone that's looking to upgrade their self concept, I do one on one sessions where I help women transform into their irresistible identity upgrade. Again, because identity work is the foundation to getting the life of your dreams. Click the link down below if you're interested, and let's get back to it. Element number 7, you can't enter a new reality with an old self concept. Every new timeline, every new desire demands a new version of you. You are going to have to constantly shed the old to become the version of yourself that has the thing that you want. Everyone here can relate that you were once the identity of a baby, and then that identity was shed, and then you became a toddler, and then that identity was shed, and then a child, and then a teenager, and you shed your identity all the time. Except now we are working on doing this consciously. And the beliefs and the thoughts and the actions that you did when you were a child, you couldn't necessarily do them as well when you were a teenager. That wouldn't serve you in a different setting, in high school, in dating, in driving. No, you had to get rid of the old to let that new come in. New beliefs and new stories that you need to tell yourself at every level so that you are the person that has a self concept that has the thing that you want. You can't step into the energy of overflow if you are still carrying remnants of the identity of survival, of scarcity. It just doesn't work because you are not being that new character in that new reality. Each level of this life is going to require you to see yourself differently to get to that next point. And as soon as you see yourself differently, as soon as you know that you have changed, that this is possible for you, that's when everything starts changing and shifting to reflect what you're truly desiring, who you are truly being. If you need to, have a funeral for that old identity. Getting rid of the old identity, you can do things as simple as getting rid of old clothes, changing your habits, visiting new places that you would never have gone before. Show your subconscious mind that you are this new person. Show your subconscious mind that you are getting rid of the old, and it will become so much easier to adopt the new persona. Take out a journal, write out what you need to throw away, write out the new things that you need in your reality to support this new character, this new identity that you are forming, and it will make it so much easier for you on this transition. I want you guys to comment down below, what's one thing that you are willing to let go to step into that new identity upgrade? I just want to remind you, whenever you let go of the old, you are making space for those blessings to pour on in. Element number 8, the embodied woman does not negotiate with her old identity. Ooh, this one hits different when you really break it down. The women that you admire that have what you have, they are not just luckier, they stopped negotiating with their old identity. They decided, this is who I am now, and their reality had no choice but to match them. When you hold that level of self-belief and certainty, life begins to start matching you. An example that I have for you guys is that I stopped drinking 5 years ago. It was a personal decision, but once I knew that drinking wasn't good for me anymore, that it was not going to take me to the next level that I knew I was meant for, I easily stopped. And I used to be a party girl. I used to love to go out. I used to love getting people drunk. But once I no longer identified as the kind of person that drank alcohol, literally the following week, I was out Friday, Saturday, and my friends could not get me to drink a lick. No one could tell me. No one could guilt me, hype me up into taking shots, having any type of drink. Why? Because my identity changed. I no longer identified with the kind of girl that drank alcohol anymore. And it is so easy to even be around other people that are drinking, to go out, to go to a bar or a lounge where people are drinking. And I'm not even tempted one little bit because my brain is so programmed to the identity of someone that is not drinking that it doesn't even feel like a temptation. It doesn't even feel like I'm losing out on something. And you need to have this level of conviction. You need to have this level of decision to decide and to know to cut off what is not you anymore. And that is the power of self image. It's about choosing into the identity, the highest version of yourself that you know you were always meant to be. And when you think about it from that perspective, it becomes so much easier to let go of the old, and it becomes so much easier to stop negotiating with yourself because you know every step and every choice that you are taking that aligns with the new identity is birthing a better, brighter, and bigger you that you get to share with the world. If you've stayed this far in the video, I would love for you to drop down a little dancing emoji showing that you are ready to step and dance into that new version of yourself. Your self-image controls everything you do, babe. But the beautiful part is that you control your self-image with conscious effort, with repetition, with telling yourself who you are every day. You can change your self image. The moment that you decide to see yourself differently, that's when your entire world is going to change and show you who you really are. If you are looking to lock into a new goddess identity, I offer a free Awaken Your Inner Goddess affirmation track. It will activate your magnetism. It'll make you feel sexy. It'll make you feel juicy and good. You can listen to it in the morning, at night. Link down below if that is a part of your identity that you are looking to lock in. And as always, I offer one-on-one sessions to help women step into their magnetism, own their desires, and activate their next level identity upgrade. And after watching this video, you know how powerful your self-concept and your self-image is, and you're ready to walk into this world upgraded, shiny, and new. You are not waiting on your next level self. You are becoming her by the choices that you are making. Choose into the version that you want to be. And as always, thank you so much. I love you guys. And if you really enjoyed this message, hit the like button, subscribe, and send to someone who you think could really use this video, someone that needs to shake it up, someone that you know is ready to step into their next level self. And as always, I love you. See you next time.